trying to recapture some sort of form. It's been out of form for a while. Bondi Bay should appreciate the conditions, but has been a big drifter stepping up in trip. Red light is on. Racing. BJ Boy on the inside got away very nicely and led by 2.5 early on. Grand Reserve coming across. Famous Dame. Bondi Bay's going up there, splitting that pair, and Dennis Chew just off them. Then Angel Shame. I'm Crafty's over on the inside. A 9 Napotes 4 deep out of the home straight. Down on the inside is Duchy's Demerit with Norma Stars and Admired. The mare is back last. So they've raced out of the straight and they've got about 1,700 metres to go. And Grand Reserve has taken it up here for Brad Parnham. Leads by 2. BJ Boy second. 2 to Bondi Bay. And then Famous Dane on the outside over the crossing. I'm Crafty's down on the inside for Whiting. 2 to Dennis Chew. And then Duchy's Demerit. 3/4 to Angel Shame. 2 to Norma Stars. Admired, and 2 lengths away last. I'm Napote, and would be about 20 off the leader. And the leader's gone for a sprint. Grand Reserve at the 1,300, led by 4 lengths to BJ Boy. 1 3/4 Bondi Bay. I'm Crafty sneaking through it on the inside. And then Famous Dane, who's getting a good run in 5th, one off the fence. Duchy's Demerit down on the inside. Dennis Chew is following Famous Dane. Norma Stars on the inside of Angel Shame. And 2 lengths away Admired, and back last of all is I'm Napote. Off the back they run, 900 to go. Grand Reserve leads by 1 3/4 to BJ Boy. I'm Crafty's on the inside of Bondi Bay. 2 to Famous Dane, who travels up pretty well. Duchy's Demerit the inside, then Dennis Chew, Norma Stars. I'm Napote starting a run, but still a mile from the leader, and then Angel Shame and Admired is last. 650 to go. Grand Reserve giving plenty at the moment. Leads by 2 to BJ Boy. Under the pump is Bondi Bay on the outside. I'm Crafty tracked up behind them, and Famous Dane's about to pull out wider as they corner. Dennis Chew is right on the heels of Famous Dane, and then Norma Stars. Duchy's Demerit trying to get through at the 400. Grand Reserve in front. Famous Dane though letting get down on the outside with Dennis Chew, and Bondi Bay still there. Grand Reserve, Dennis Chew out wide. Famous Dane, Bondi Bay, and then Duchy's Demerit, but it's Dennis Chew storming to the front. It's all over with 100 to go. He's shot away. Duchy's Demerit getting home well, but Dennis Chew has waltzed home to win. Duchy's Demerit, and Admired a return to form in the soft conditions today. Flashed up for 3rd. Bondi Bay ran 4th. Famous Dane, I'm Napote late from I'm Crafty. Grand Reserve well back in the field. Norma Stars, BJ Boy and Angel Shame. Dennis Chew romping away. Duchy's Demerit and Admired at a huge price on the outside. Up for 3rd. It's come from nowhere. Bondi Bay just off them. But Dennis Chew swept to the front out wide and has put them away. Got out to a big price. A last start winner, beating late arrival over the 1,600 metres, stepping up to the 2,200. And for the first time at this distance range, has done the job really well. So could turn into a decent stayer now, Dennis Chew. It's been a good buy, this former Victorian. He put in some huge runs in Victoria when often it was forced to race wide, and kept going on with the job. Showed a lot of lung capacity, which is always a great sign over in Victoria. We got Duchy's Demerit again. Lactar with that left leg leaning out, the knee to one side, getting second, and Admired up for 3rd. Will really throw massive value into the novelties here. 2, 6, 8 and 10. 2 lengths by Long Neck. Grand Reserve had the lead, but running on empty at the 250. Famous Dame was coming through, seemed to have its chance. Bondi Bay was battling on first run at the trip this campaign, but Dennis Chew went past them. And then Duchy's Demerit has got very good slow track form, worked home strongly from in behind them. Did get held up for a couple of 100 metres as well. I'm Napote was quite a good run. It was its first run over the trip this campaign, and was caught wide early, dragged back to last and ran home late. We'll head down to the boys, Lockie and Scotty, after the 4th.
Thanks, Rich. Nice win from Dennis Chew. Back-to-back wins at the mile last start, and he went straight to 2,200 metres today, and he gets the job done in really nice fashion as well. A winner by a couple lengths ahead of Duchy's Demerit, who continues to race well. But I'll catch up with David Harrison now. Harrow, congratulations on the win. The old boy, Dennis Chew, he got a bit of confidence last week and he goes back to back.
Yeah, it was good, yeah. Well, that was the plan. We were hoping that he might be able to get over a bit of ground because he didn't really want to win last time. He wanted to stop and start, and so hopefully that got him a bit of confidence and backing him up into a longer race. And now he might have a horse that might win a few more now over distance.
What gave you the indication that stepping up to 2,200 metres would be his go? Has this been something in the back of your mind for a while?
Not really, just the fact that he probably should have put him away a lot easier last time, but he just sort of ground, and then it took him a long time to pull him up. So I thought, well, when they run through the line, you sort of might as well have a throw at the stumps, you know, because he looked a bit limited if he couldn't stay. So we thought we'll just have a throw at the stumps and see if he can get the distance, you know.
It's a big effort from the horse to go from a mile up to 2,200 metres. What's the last 7 days look like for him?
Oh, I haven't done much with him. I just gave him a little 100 metres sprint 2 days ago, and apart from that, just kept him fresh. And he's had a couple of tendons and a throat operation and everything, so we don't drive him mad, no.
Do you almost have to get cross with yourself and wonder why you didn't do this a little bit earlier?
No, not really. He's been a nice enough horse for us, you know. Just and I just think that he seems to go better when it's softer going as well, you know. Like not actually soft going, but when it's not rock hard, you know.
It looks like you're going to have plenty of fun with him regardless throughout the winter. Well done here.
Yeah, good. Thanks, buddy.
There's David Harrison after the win of Dennis Chew. He goes back-to-back in taking out the high gain handicap. And once again, a terrific ride from Pat Carberry because Grand Reserve really went hard out in front, Scotty. And Dennis Chew, first time at the trip, was just ridden nice and conservative in the early stages from Pat Carberry and was able to be presented at the right time.
And he really put them away today, Lockie. That was quite an impressive victory. And what about the effort of the third horse? The despised outsider of the field, Admired, came charging right down the centre to flood home into a minor placing there. But all honours with Dennis Chew. He's now a winner from a 1,000-metre straight race here at Pinjarra, all the way out to the 2,200. So he's certainly changed his racing profile over the last couple of seasons, because that day that Paul Harvey won on him at his first run here in the West is a run that most punters will never forget. You don't see them win down the straight like that. And now all of a sudden he's added another 1,200 metres on top of that in terms of his distance range.
Exactly right. Really nice win from Dennis Chew. Dutchie's demerit, he's getting closer to returning to the winner's circle. I know it's been a long time, but his last two efforts have had plenty of merit. As you said, Scotty, Admired was a terrific effort into third at a huge price. And Bondi Bay, the youngest horse in this field, he found the line well. Famous Dame, what did you make of his run? He was the beaten favourite.
Yeah, I'm maybe starting to come around to the view that maybe he doesn't stay lock. I know he won that race over 1,900 at Albany, but today Willie Pike gave him every chance. He looked to be travelling really easily, coming to the top of the home corner, but there was nothing under the hood when he went for him. So not quite sure what to make of that run, but other than the fact it was disappointing.
Pat Carberry, as you can see, is just catching up with David Harrison and a host of very happy connections after they've just seen Dennis Chew make it back-to-back wins, but I am just hearing there is an indefinite delay prior to the running of race 2 at Carnarvon. So stay tuned for an update in regards to what is actually occurring at Carnarvon on Racing WA TV. But here at Pinjarra Park, we're very happy to see Dennis Chew make it back-to-back wins for David Harrison and Pat Carberry. Paddy will make his way over towards us to weigh in inside the jockey's room, and then he'll be catching up with Scotty after his second win in 7 days.
Impressive, that one. The one last week, Paddy Carberry talked about tricking him, but off the 7-day spin with the gear change, they took the winkers off, and he's reproduced it. Back-to-back double-figure victories, so all those connections, and there are plenty of them that are both happy to get out on course and also have a punt. They've been very well rewarded.
All right, so I'm just getting confirmation from the stewards that there is an indefinite delay for race 2 at Carnarvon due to an issue with relocating the barriers. So hopefully, as Pat Carberry walks behind me and says, sweet, I'll be there for the 4th. Well, we'll catch up with Paddy and find out what his form is like up at Carnarvon. I'm sure he would have ridden on the dirt many years ago. Certainly not now, because he's a Group 1 winning jockey. He's a Quokka winning jockey, and he wouldn't be seen on a dirt track, Scotty.
No, maybe on a retirement tour. He could do a bit of Johnny Farnham and make his way around the state and just and catch up with old friends like Peter Hall does every week when he goes up there as the jockey coach. Paddy Carberry is about to join us now as Dennis Chew's gone back-to-back and won 2 weeks in a row. Paddy, you talked about having to try and trick him last week. Top of the home straight today, you didn't need any of that. He was off and gone.
Yeah, he travelled up really well. He probably, I was a little concerned about getting to the front too early, and he did want to wander in and wander out and put a bit of a reverse in, but you know, he's probably a little bit too good for him today. I was really happy with the way he prelimed. He obviously uncharted waters today over ground, but he was really bright in his prelim. I knew that the run last start hadn't affected him, so he travelled up well and good tempo in the run, and yeah, really appreciate the opportunity from David and the team, and they do all the work and just be wrapped to ride him race day.
Given what he did last week, were you confident that he'd run 22?
Actually had no idea, to be honest. I mean, he felt like he had more to give last start. He probably looks after himself a bit, so he probably had a little bit in the tank for today, but it was just a bit uncharted waters. But I mean, he ran the trip out well, and it was a very genuine run race, so he settled well. So at least it adds a bit more opportunities to his future.
We were just giving an update on Carnarvon. When was the last time Paddy Carberry rode on the dirt?
Long time ago. Probably one of my favourite tracks would be Yalgoo. Would have been about my 4th race ride. It was a good trip. Ran 5th in the Cup, was good.
How long did it take Paddy Carberry to ride his first winner when you were an apprentice?
Oh, geez, I torched a few before I got my first win. It would have been probably close to 30, I reckon. There should have been a few that should have won before that, though.
Good to chat to you. Well done, Pat.
Cheers.
There's Paddy Carberry, always very good with his time, and great to see him make it back-to-back wins aboard Dennis Stew. I'm getting further updates on the situation that's evolving at Carnarvon in regards to the barriers. So they're having issues with the hydraulic system at Carnarvon. So hopefully we can get that fixed and we continue the meeting, because there's still 5 more races to be run and won at Carnarvon, but we'll take a short break and hopefully be able to provide you with an update on Racing WA TV. If not, we'll catch up with you once again prior to the running of Race 5 here at Pinjarra Park.